Let's fly like a butterfly. Okay, we are going to start with a Mystic Mondays tarot deck, and then we're going to pull a few cards from the Smith Waite tarot deck. So let's start with our Mystic Mondays. I hope you're having a good day, a good week, a good month. Let's get started with the shuffle. Okay, so we have one card. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. Um, I do like this card. It's like a mermaid. The background, the night sky is her hair. There's just so much going on with this card, but what I see with the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is giving me emotional turmoil. I do feel, and the turmoil is less about an act, some type of event or an action done to you by someone, and more so about this almost like this catastrophizing feeling that you keep having. You're thinking, reflecting deeply, and it's causing a lot. You're making a lot of waves emotionally, but it's all from things that you are thinking about from the past, what's going on in your present. You could be blowing things out of proportion, or just some things are happening to you that aren't even bad. You're just taking it personally, and then you could be anticipating more bad things to happen to you in the future. It definitely feels like an internal reflective mode and projecting. You're thinking about the future, thinking this is just not going to work out. That is pretty on brand with a few transits. The biggest one I would say is Mercury retrograde in Cancer. So the cups make sense. The thinking, just having those internal thoughts that are really making you, it's like causing waves. You yourself are causing waves. And it's not anything that anyone else is doing to you to make you mad intentionally. You're just taking it personally. Okay. There could have been something that happened. Mars and Uranus were conjunct. So there could have been some type of event. Again, I do feel like it was something that just upset you, but it wasn't directed to you personally. Or something happened out of the blue and you did not like that. And you may not even be a person that could be out of character for you. You may not be a person that minds spontaneous events happening, or something like that could have happened. Something just happened out of the blue. And you may be a person that really likes surprises. You like spontaneity, and this time it just pissed you off because you're in your feelings. You are in this Queen of Cups, you are embodying everything in this picture. The background is your hair. Though there's no rain actively falling, if you want rain, it's coming from the sky. You're a human and you're a mermaid, so you can go in the water, you can be on land. Like, it's just, you can be everywhere, adaptable, but something has you stubborn and stuck, and you are just not feeling a lot of things right now, which could really make you out of character for a lot of people around you. Yeah, Six of Wands in reverse. I do feel like you are this is a fun card. Six of Wands. Like, look at the individual here. They're riding on the wands. Wands is action. Riding towards the sun, which could be your joy. And like I said, you could be somebody that enjoys surprises and spontaneity, but you are like in a stubborn, grumpy, cantankerous mode right now. You're just not feeling it. And it could be that you are just in a reflective mode and it's causing all of these negative feelings to come up. You could be cynical. You could just be very, maybe angry. I think the emotions bring up so many different feelings. Like, you could be angry, you could be cynical, you could be rageful that you know what happiness felt like and you know what happiness feels like to be snatched away. There's some things that you are reflecting on and thinking about and possibly anticipating for the future that really has you in this mode of like, I'm just not feeling it. And with this card being a reverse, it's not as if you cannot see the silver lining and where you had happy moments and it was positive, but you just don't want to. This feels like stunted movement. Stunted, excuse me, movement. Again, there's some type of stuck feeling, the stubbornness. And I don't think this is for people who, it could be for people with fixed signs, but I do feel like this is for people who could be very airy or fiery, where you are just so on the go. You can just do things on the whim, which is why I think this could bring you out of character. Some people can be just looking at you like, you are really acting out of character. This is not like you. Because you just move, you go. And you're not in that mode right now. At all. This is Cancer season. Water does put out fire. Wind does make waves. Air does make waves. So it could be just this season. This, you may be a person that's like, oh, every time this month comes around and this zodiac season comes up, I just have these type of issues. And this could be, but it could just be this year, it's worse than you thought. Okay. Then we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's this instability. I want to say wibbly wobbly. That's what I think of when I look at this card in reverse. Wibbly wobbly. You're just not stable. You're not steady. You're not yourself. You're just not yourself. You're having emotional turmoil. You're not really in your joyous or just kind of just really easy breezy mode, spontaneous, fun, whimsy, and you're just teeter-tottering. Could be very moody right now, switching between negative emotions, not even, oh, 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad. It could be 1 minute just very neutral. And then the next minute I'm angry. And then I go from angry to pissed. And then I go from pissed to cynical. And then I go from cynical to, I'm just rage. It could be argumentative during this time. Let me pull one more card. Actually, let's move to Smith Waite. I want to pull 3 cards from the Smith Waite. This is a very high, with the Mars Uranus conjunction and Mercury retrograde in Cancer, this is something that we're all feeling. And again, with Mercury retrograde, things are happening to everybody. So like I said, you could be taking things personally that aren't really that deep. Oh my gosh, my computer updated and then this software crashed. And it just sends you into a rage. You are just pissed. Where other times it probably wouldn't be like that. You just wouldn't react that way. But this time, no, you want to react that way. This time, you're reacting that way. And that's what I feel from this situation. People can be looking at you like, what's going on with you? Okay. We're going to do all right. I love to shuffle these cards like this. It's something about, I always feel like the right message comes out. Sorry if that was a little too loud. All right, let's see what comes out from the Smith Waite Tarot deck. Ten of Wands in reverse. So yeah, you are carrying a lot. Everyone has a story with so much baggage. That's why there's so much talk about healing and therapy. So many different methods to do it. Meditate, journal, crystals, tarot cards. Glad to see you here. Astrology, birth chart readings. So there is this feeling of, oh, I actually need to, I do feel like there is a feeling of wanting to heal, a realization that you are carrying baggage, but again, I do feel like everything that you've carried, you're reflecting on, and it's causing you to be just a little bit more negative, if you will. You're not really feeling the whole, let me go back, address my past and my demons, and I'll come out of this a diamond. It's everything is, it's just pissing you off. It's not helping you release. And so therefore it's you're not feeling the joy, you're not moving past it. And this isn't to say that this is a bad thing. You may be back in this space because you need to address this. And you need to address when you are taking things personally and snapping off and anticipating negative in the future. Think more positive about your future. Give yourself room to react in a way where it doesn't snowball negativity if a situation happens. So yes, this feels like baggage. I'm thinking about everything that happened to me and that could happen to me, right? If something happens to you, you could be like, this can happen to me again. It's kind of like when you are somewhere and especially in the job market and people are like, well, that's just how it is in this field. It's like that. Like you can't go anywhere without getting treated like this. And you may be feeling that way. I've already been through it once. It's going to happen again. I don't think that's going to help you. Because, yeah, you will go through it again. And then what? You're going to put yourself back in this position? I'm reflecting. I'm pissed off. I'm not feeling it. Moody with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Ooh, yeah. Stuck. You're not able. The Hangman itself is a card of a gentleman that is in suspension. It's as if you are surrendering. You're just letting it be. With it upright, you are not surrendering, which is why I can see you reflecting on this baggage being something that is not helping you. You're not able to sit with all the things that have happened to you in the past and say it happened. The things that have happened to you, the present that become your past, you're not letting it go. You could be a grudge holder. Now, you may be discovering this now, or you just know that about yourself. And where you were able to move forward and just go, now it's like, possibly this is letting you know you stop letting things slide when you are wronged. Say something about it so that way when you get to this mode of reflection, you're not putting yourself in such a bad mood. So right now, you are in it. You are in your feelings. You are definitely in your feelings and you are within company. Everyone is having an experience with this Mercury retrograde. I do like this card, Death in reverse, releasing, letting go of some things. It's like heal a little bit this time so that way when you come back to the Mercury retrograde is going to happen no matter what. You're going to be in a space where you reflect on things. Something's going to trigger you and you are going to think about how that event made you think about something else that happened to you. Release a little bit. Address it. However you see fit, address it. Something has to give because this is not seeming productive for you. Especially this Two of Pentacles in reverse, this moodiness, that can't be really good for you personally, going through this switch of moods, but also for people around you and they're seeing you alternate. You don't know what other people around you are going through and how they'll react to it. It really can create a snowball effect that could be bad for everybody involved. Okay? Work on a little bit right now. This doesn't have to be a time where it's just doom and gloom. There can be some effective action taken. Okay? If this reading resonated with you, I'm glad it did. If it didn't, release it into the universe for those who it did. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.